You had decided to make a deal with the captain, whatever the cost. You never had the intention of keeping the deal. The craft's emanators still seem workable, but the tires are rotten. Tires acquired, you spend the next few days test firing the craft. You borrow a torch under the guise of repairing equipment, and use it to cut loose the hangar locks. You open it just enough to see a blinding light, the star. You meticulously load whatever fluxite you can find and a few cans of water. You don't have any food to bring with you, but starvation out there is better than any food you would get on a prisoner ship. Mentally, you've long since given up hope on proving your innocence. With no credits to your name, justice is out of reach. Such is the way of the universe. Escape isn't an option, it's the only option. You decide there is no better time than the present. You push the hangar doors open and climb into the cockpit. You take a deep breath and hit ignite. Hello everybody, I'm TrimTextures and welcome back to Sandustry and welcome back to the abandoned facility where, that's right, today is the day we escape. It's time that we got out of here. I have had so much fun on this map, and I really want to thank all of you guys for being here along for the ride. This this has been such a fantastic challenge, and I'll be frank, it would have been a bigger challenge if I hadn't got that faster Flux Emanator mod, but here we are. Okay. Oh, the red sand over here is pushing up. Interesting. All right, well, that's fun. Today, in our final episode, I want to try and get a bunch more sand pushed through, but that's going to mean we have to find some more sand to push through, and that means we're going to need more water, and I I don't really feel like I could come out here, we could mine all this, but then what? You know, then what? Am I just gonna do it by hand? It's not so much fun, right? So let's go ahead and scope out all the places we went. And here, we have some more sand here. So it looks like we didn't ever finish our exploration. So I want to make sure we explore this whole map. We make darn sure there's no big missing rooms. I want to get as much sand through our factory as possible, and then when we get to the end here, I want to speculate on what we could have done so much better. Which there's absolutely stuff that I wish I had done better. While we're on the topic, I think a big thing would have been exploring more before I committed to the hanging garden room. As much as I love it, there's clearly better places that we could have built stuff, but that also, you know, it's always a big trade-off. Like, would you rather would you rather have it, you know, like a whole 3 episodes of just exploring, and if you don't really have a factory going, then you don't have any upgrades, and then it's painfully slow? You know, it's sort of like, what, pick your poison as far as what you want to do. So I'm pretty happy actually with what we decided on. But on this map, if you were gonna start over, we should talk about how I would have done it differently. Okay, I think this is going to kind of get this sand out eventually, which is good enough for me. I think that's eventually and slowly is fine, I think. Oh, that explains it. It's like, why is this not doing anything? There we go. And what is this? Just a filters that are plugged up? Okay, that's cool. And I guess realizing now that this loops around, I can just go through this way with much pain. There we go, I made it through. I really love this room. I'm speculating if this would be a good room. This big room, I actually think would, I mean, you could almost build a whole factory in this room, and that would be an interesting challenge for someone to try, because You could get, let's just test here. You could get, in theory, like, oh, not quite. You could have one belt going out that way, one going out. Yeah, I think if you were really smart, you could get stuff in and out of this room. This room up here wouldn't do you a whole lot of good, although maybe you could ship stuff in, go up in here, do a washer, then bring it over here, shake it, bake it, do all the fun stuff there. Okay, this is empty now, and this we can do that. And now I want to think about trying to get sand out. And how am I going to do this? I think we'll go a launcher to right here. Good old crummy diagonal launcher, and we will do a allow only red sand like this. And then I'm going to build some launchers right here to go back up this way. And can do this as well. It's not super pretty, but it's working. And here I can replace this with conveyor belts and add a launcher. And that will get some stuff up. And then all this goodness, I'm just going to go ahead and drop up in here, clean it out a little bit. And in fact, all of this stuff, I think, I want to say I have a place for it. It could go somewhere. So I'm going to do the stupid thing and just open this up, because red sand can go through the system. Spores and burnt slag should have a place to go, at least in theory, up in here. What's going on? Oh, this guy is not getting any work done because that part is full. So let's go check on the spore room. I still not really understanding how spores are making it here. They should drop out here or they should drop out here, right? Like I don't really get it. But maybe that's some big brain stuff that I don't have the brain room for. I'm gonna go ahead and open this back up. And here, I am actually just gonna get rid of all this stuff just for looks. And make sure not to take out that bottom belt. Okay. Just cleaning up and making this a nicer factory for the next guy who's going to have to deal with it. Which is not me, is the answer there. Okay, we got some sand and red sand coming through. And we need to go and scope out if there's more sand sitting somewhere that I can go steal. I guess we got some random stuff here. Clean that up. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with this. You know, it's a bummer that the series has to come to an end, but ultimately, my friends, that just means a new map, a new challenge, a new exciting adventure for all of us. And yeah, I'm glad I came and checked, because this thing maxing out already. I did not get around to testing my icebox theory, but I actually think that might be a really good one for our next map. And I haven't completely 100% decided what that's gonna be, but I have a pretty good idea. And maybe you can guess, maybe you already know. I don't know. We got the dancing pixel situation going on here. These are all allow gold, so I guess I don't really need to get too excited about this being a problem here, but are we getting any there? Okay, glad I checked. It was just getting jammed up there. Beautiful. Okay, that is cleaning that stuff out. I think I can get rid of some of this. Not that it's actually doing anything, but just make it look nicer. And how can I make this more effective? I mean, truthfully, the only good way is to never use a diagonal launcher. Here, if I go like this. Fun thing I just learned in watching the Discord, if you go, you know, diagonal launcher like this, hold shift, it converts them all into upward launchers. Isn't that interesting? I don't know that it's useful necessarily in this situation, but if I then go ahead and put some block underneath this, like this, and then now nothing should get stuck. That's the thought. Here, I'm gonna add another launcher like this. And right here, I'm gonna just do this too. And I am just going mad chaos. I'm back to my roots here, friends. We are back to our roots of launcher spam. And I'm feeling good about it because I just want the sand to go through the factory. And this will work, I think. While I'm at it, let's, ooh, you know what? I can use red sand to push the regular sand up here. That is one thing that I've really internalized on this map, is using density to your advantage when you're stuck with pits of junk. So that was good, and I have this idea, possibly for a live stream, maybe for a long form video at someday, building a whole tower based on density sorting. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I want to do it. It's just a matter of finding time, but it adds a really fun. It's a really fun little twist here, and you don't really think about density too much until it comes to bite you in the behind, and then you really think about it. But I think that would be interesting. I don't know that I want to try it on like a regular map per se, but I think it'd be really interesting to try with the debug map, and I'm a big fan of that too. So I'm not going to destroy any of this stuff down here yet, because I want to be able to take advantage of the fact that it's all stuck. And yeah, okay, that was kind of my last theory of where something might, there might be some exploration to do. Let's check this. Unless there's some secret hidden wall here that would get us into this bedrock, and there is not. Okay, well that sort of answers that. I think we may have done all the exploration. But look at how big this room is, friends. I wish that instead of committing here, I would have just made my factory here. And then it would have been a challenge of getting the gold out, but that's an okay challenge to have, you know? It looks like this flower farm is keeping up with my single pixel spore outlet for now. So yeah, that's interesting. 6 flower boxes can handle 1 row of continuous pixels. What does that say? That means that you would need 4 times that to handle 1 solid conveyor belt of spores at any time. I mean, obviously that's rough. This is rough estimate, but so then we're talking math on video, 24 of these. That's pretty big. That's almost like my my adrift flower situation, or Titan X. I think we had a lot of flower boxes going there too. Oh, it looks like Oh, no, it continuously stays full. That's nice to see. Um, look at our sand situation here. We got quite a bit of buildup. I like to see that. Burnt slag, you go in here, I want to say. Is this the burnt? Nope, that's the void bloom box. Okay, burnt slag right there. I'm just gonna help you along. Get every last little bit of gold that I can. Is that some random cinder? I think it is. What are you doing here, man? Did I just find a bunch? Oh, it was just because I ran through the pile. What a weird thing. It's like I don't understand how this cinder is getting into my into my system. Um, oh boy, I'm out of water. Sweet. Major mistake. Way to go, Trim. Ugh. I got complacent. Oh dang. I guess while I wait for that water to come in, let's just go ahead and block this off right here. And well, that's okay. I don't want to have this sand cycle all the way through to do its job. Here, while I'm still thinking about it, take advantage of this. Boy, that thing works so well. Uh, here, look at me. How sad I have become. I'm going out here for more sand. Oh boy. Where have we're going outside. We're seeing the light for the first time in days. See, now ooh. You guys seeing this? I think. Let's burn this. Yeah, can you burn? Ah. Well, then I can at least toss some sand here. And I need to go make sure I dupe some more water since it's all used up already. Jeez. Lesson learned, man. I wish water duping was faster. There is mods that can help you with that. So if you are in a perpetual trim situation where you need to dupe a lot of water, there are things that can help you. There's a faster rockets bullets mod, I want to say, and that just makes your rockets come out faster. Crank that baby up, and if you have a big pit of water like we have had in the past, you can just really nuke that thing down with your faster rockets and dupe a lot of water at once. You can always go into debug mode, of course, and do it that way. Although I try to avoid cheating if I can. I mean, I don't really consider debug mode cheating, given the fact that this is a demo, but you know what I mean. I guess we could check out what's in the top of that room over there, just for funsies. Okay, we've got this going. Where's this water is gonna end up over there, isn't it, eventually? Yeah, that's fine. Here. I don't want to do this. This is boring. That's why I say there are mods that can help you, and of course you can debug mode some water in if you need to. Okay. Come on. I want to let some of this stuff through. Now, look at this. There's spores right there. Why did this not get sucked in through that block? I don't know. I'm genuinely having trouble understanding because it should get sucked through. Oops. Oh, hey, that worked out. Um, ooh, I can use this to clean that water up. Now I'm thinking, way to go, me. Yeah, I was saying there's no way to get water out of, well, yes there is. You just drop some sand on it. Aren't I smart? Okay. Like, if I maybe... Yeah, I don't know. I would think that that would force the spores to get sucked through here, but they're not. So I don't know what the deal is there. Here. There. Let's keep duping. And I don't know how much I can really let through, because look at that, we're already out of water. But this will at least clean some of that. And I can just keep doing this. Oh, you know what I could do as well. And I hate doing this. Pull out the cryoblaster, make some snow, and then melt it all. Yeah, that's kind of doesn't work very well like this, because it's just gonna, it keeps getting they're melted by that moving water. And yeah, this is really just a vanity project if you have rockets. There we go. But I guess I did get some, so it's not a total mess. There we go. Beautiful. Let's see. I feel like I've pretty much gotten all the sand there is to have on this map. We have a little tiny bit left here. We have a couple random places where we have sand left, but not many. And I certainly don't think I need much more red sand. Although, now I say that, now I should probably go destroy that fluxite while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, look at that ball. That is ridiculous. This is so built up. The spores can't even make it through. Here, I'm gonna have to help it along a little bit. Because they have so much red sand coming through that this, yeah, I need to, now I need to like clean out the red sand. Poof, duh. Yeah. Okay, well, I need to do this really quickly so I can go dupe some more water, and now you guys can see why this has to be our last episode, because we're stuck in the perpetual loop that happens in my factory. Go destroy the fluxite, go dupe water. Go destroy fluxite, go dupe water. With very little time in between to do other things. Okay. Okay, folks, we are back, and I have spent minutes stooping water, and I basically cannot keep up. Oh, and that is a painful, painful realization that no matter what you do, the water dragon is gonna get you. Yeah, but I did manage to get some more sand into the system. I did plenty of duping. I got to assume my little my poor little fluxite thing is all clogged up over here. I got rid of this thing blocking the red sand from recycling, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay. I don't think there's a real downside to that. But I am fully in the understanding that you know, our time here is numbered. But that's all for the better, because our poor traveler here, he's had a rough go, and he needs to catch a break. He needs to find a way out of here, and I'm really excited to see where our story goes, and especially what our next map is gonna be. And you know, who knows? Maybe by the time we're done with that, there will be some new content that we can tackle, which I think would be really exciting. But we'll see. I don't know. I know nothing more than you guys, so I'm excited though. I think this game has just such an insane amount of potential, and I have a lot of trust in Lanto and everything he's accomplished so far. makes me really confident that whatever happens, wherever we end up, it's gonna be super cool. And this game, man, it's just I just can't say enough how much I love it, you know? And I think a huge part of that, and I want to give a big shout out to all the modders in the Discord. You guys have made this game infinitely replayable as far as I'm concerned, because if I wanted to, I could make myself a map. And I know a lot of people on there are working on procedurally generated maps because, you know, just it's these maps are all handmade, and it's just such an incredible amount of work to do. And if I could, I would, if I won the lottery, I would pay all of these guys to just keep making maps because it's so much fun. But yeah, if you didn't know, Lanto's been sharing a lot of the stuff he's been working on the Discord, and one of those things is some new procedurally generated maps, some mixture of designed structures and some sort of procedural generation. And I'm really curious how that's gonna work, what it's gonna look like in the end. Um, but if you haven't already, make sure you join the Discord and select the role where you get notifications of dev updates, because he likes to sneakily post some little videos on there that are exciting. And in this last week, he's posted a few that are very interesting to me. I'm not, I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what they're gonna be or what they could be, you know? And so I'm just so excited because you see stuff and you're like, I can't even fathom what that means or what it's gonna mean, you know. Um, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna just cheat and do something crazy here. Let that stuff mix. That's okay. It'll figure itself out eventually, right? Drop some void bloom and some red sand there. Just help this thing along a little bit. I can't believe I finally caught up on the water, but I think that's of course because I had the factory blocked for so long. The things we have to do. I'm gonna get rid of that. That just seems fun. And you know, while I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna build our little friend a little coffin. Can I? There we go. And we're gonna bury him in gold. Nope, that's too bad. He just disappeared. I don't want to do that. Let's get that cinder out of there. Here, we'll build him a box. And here, this is for you, dude. Like I said before, you should have done a better job building your factory, because then you'd be able to escape like we are. But instead, you're just gonna get buried in gold. Which, you know, the worst things could happen to you. Just ask the flawless guys. Life could be worse. Quit your complaining, man. There we go. I finally have enough water. I'm really curious. I'm not gonna do a timestamp, but you guys, here, take a look at this. This thing was completely full. How long until it's completely empty? Although it does seem like we're running pretty low on new sand. Yeah, we sure are. I'm gonna go like this and just build through it. Let's see what happens. And just keep doing this until stuff occurs. Here, like this. Is that gonna do it? I don't know. Oh, it's gonna build all those blocks. Well, that's silly. I don't need to be doing this, do I? There. Do we have more sand over here? A tiny bit. Tiny bit. And there's lots of spores in there, of course, so I don't really need that at all. This room, yeah. Okay. You know what? There was that one last thing I wanted to do. Just find out what's up here. because I haven't done that yet. So let's do that while I have my 2-minute reprieve from water duping. Ooh, some more fluxite. I love that. And then I think it's probably time for us to do a little factory retrospective, which I hope you guys enjoy. And then, while I'm thinking of it, I'd love it if you guys left in the comments. In my Titan X series, I made a time lapse when we were all done, and I'm curious if you guys want to see that for this factory. I don't know. It can be fun to do. It's also a lot of work. So if nobody cares, I'll skip it. Spend my time on something else. But if you guys want to see that, I'd be happy to do that too. Because this has been a really fun series for me, anyways. It's been a really interesting challenge. That's it, friends. That's everything. We explored the map. We found both artifacts, which is exciting. It's been a long time since I did that. Yeah, and well, here I'm ruining our duping experiment, but there. I like that. Man, that's a lot of spores. Holy cannoli. I don't know if these spores getting caught in here are helping us or hurting us. I don't know. But there, I get rid of it. It's weird. I really think these filters should be doing that job, but they're not. They are not. Okay. Let's do a little retrospective, friends. What do you think? First off, I kind of hate that I decided to use this washer as a washer. It's what Dead Guy used, and Dead Guy was clearly wrong, right? And I think the biggest issue is it doesn't leave me any room for error. I'm pretty much, like, I could probably redesign it, but I wish I had more room, or, you know, the real issue is last time I built the filter across the top, and unfortunately with the room we have here, it didn't work because I would have needed more launchers, more of a situation up here, and it didn't work out for me. So I think what I would do is have the washer in this room, or, you know, alternatively a whole different factory somewhere else, because if I had been able to, and actually I was able to, because I think there was crackstone. I'm trying to think of where the crackstone was originally. There was crackstone here, but we could dig all the way. Yeah, you know, you could dig out this whole circle before you busted through this way. But I think when I finally got the rocket launcher, if I had just broke down this way, emptied out this whole room, we could have done a lot. There's plenty of space. This throat is very large, so we could have brought all the stuff in here, dropped it to the bottom, moved it over, and then there's tons of room for washer, shaker. The only thing that wouldn't have worked well in this room, I think, is probably kinetic slag press. But no, I mean, look at that. We could have made it work. There's probably even room for flowers. If one of you guys is working on this same map and you built your whole factory in this room, I'd love to see it. But there's other rooms that we could have used, like, for example, this big one down here. There's plenty of room for pretty much everything. And so it seems like what I ultimately ended up doing to myself was pinning myself into the smallest possible rooms for everything that I chose to do, which is totally on brand. And so no one should be surprised. Don't act surprised. If you're surprised, you're fooling yourself. Totally on brand for me, just making everything harder than it needs to be. But yeah, I really should have used a different room for everything. This would have been, I think, a great room for our hanging garden, because we could have fit a lot more of these babies in there, and we could have fit way more room for Void Bloom and Red Sand. Right now, like, these are the tiniest possible containers for these things, and I do kind of hate that. So this Void Bloom mixer, for the record, has been going hardcore non-stop this entire time, right? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Somehow spores are getting down here and then they end up down here. This Void Bloom mixer has been going non-stop and it has emptied out. So what that tells me is that 8 times faster is not necessary. But I think if you got the faster Flux Emanator mod and set it to 500 milliseconds, that would be able to keep up. But, you know, that's another thing about this room that we chose. For one thing, it's got lava on the bottom, so that's always precarious. So I've wasted a lot of space here, essentially. But also I really limited how big my my pink ball can grow. And that's a problem because it forces me to come back and just look at it like every 2 minutes, and that's a bit much. That's not super fun, but look at look at this gold, guys. We have so much gold here, and I do want to count it. So I think we should probably do that, although you might hate me for the collector noise, but I did try to readjust the audio, so maybe it wouldn't be too bad. We'll see. We'll see, but here, let's go ahead. It should be a lot faster. Let's get a count on our gold there, and yeah, you're not getting away from it either, buddy. I'm gonna count your gold too. We are at 30,000 gold right now, and you know, there is basically infinitely more to be counted from Void or from the Amethyst. Look at all these spores. I mean, this factory could keep running for days at this rate, but when you're out of sand, it's not as exciting anymore. Look at that snow. What the? Okay. Clean out these spores. Let this thing do its job, I guess. Here. There. Okay. Yeah, look at how much water we've gone through. And this is almost all red sand coming through at this point. We've pretty much cleaned out all the sand there is to have. So we covered how much I regret the room that I chose for everything. But now let's talk about the designs that I used. Yeah, the washer, the sand washer, garbage. So we're gonna try something new. This I'm really proud of. But it wasn't for lack of trying to screw it up, because as you guys saw in the first few episodes, this was working quite poorly. So it took me time. It took me some time to land on a system that works, but ever since then, and throttling ourselves, this thing never got overloaded, and it's pretty much worked flawlessly. Granted, my integrated burner solution down here didn't work so hot. I could have turned this whole thing into lava, but it doesn't seem totally necessary. I mean, it's not like we're getting overloaded with recycles here. My kinetic slag press, once I added this here so that anything wrong could flow over, it has been working excellently, so I'm happy with that. But in this location, this is pretty much the only place we could have a kinetic slag press, and choosing this spot for this meant I had to make a lot of sacrifices as far as like being able to sort stuff. You know, this whole tunnel, I literally think I picked the hardest place to do this. That's sort of where I came out on that. And then I guess next up is to count or take a look at our spore washer, and this thing is very effective, way over engineered, which, you know, par for the course for me. I think I've said it before. This washer is unnecessary, but it works. You know, it works, and that's more than I can say for pretty much anything else here. This thing hasn't broken on me, so it's not space efficient, but it's definitely working as long as I have enough water built in. And speaking of water, I'm gonna go dupe here real quick and fix the blockage. I don't know how snow is getting through here. The snow and the spores. What is going on here, game? Why are you doing this? Um, I don't get it. These spores should get sucked through, in my opinion. So I don't know why it's doing that. And same with the snow. I don't know why. Oh, the snow makes sense. I need to block this off right here. That will force the snow down. But I shouldn't even really have that much coming through anymore. And at this point, pretty much I'm just getting spore and red sand cycling through ad infinitum. But let's talk about the hanging garden. I'm happy with how this turned out. I wish there was more room. I wish it was in a different room. But I'm actually super impressed with myself that I managed to design that without any testing, and it pretty much worked first shot, you know? Which I think you guys should be proud of me too. If you're proud of me, are you proud of me? If you're proud of me and you don't feel like commenting on this episode, but you feel like you must, just comment that you're proud of me, you know? I don't have issues. Are you proud of me? Please, please tell me. I need internet strangers to tell me. Oh, I didn't even count all this gold. Well, okay, what were we at? 30,000. Here. Just, you know, because I need it. Let's do this. 30,000 plus 10,000. We made it to 40,000 before Trim decided, you know what? I can't take it anymore. We need to move on. We need to escape. We need to find somewhere else to build a factory. And hopefully find an end for the story for our traveler. Because he has had the worst possible string of bad luck that you could ever imagine, my friends. And it looks like we are out of sand. And I think that means that this is going to be a good place for us to leave it there. I know this is a shorter one, but, you know, what can I say? There's not much left to do. So if you've appreciated this video and if you appreciated this series, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, you guys. I really want to hear what you think I should do next, what new challenges I should tackle, what new texture packs I should try, what new mods you want me to use or not use. I'd love to hear it all, so make sure you leave that down in the comments below. And if you've made it this far in the series and you haven't subscribed yet, you know what I'm gonna say, right? Hit that button now. Guys, I want to say a huge thank you to all the people who have left comments on every single video. I really appreciate it, because, you know, that's why I'm here. Like, I'm just having fun with you guys, and I love reading what you have to say. So make sure you leave a comment down below. And yeah, extra special thank you to you guys. Extra special thank you to all the modders who have made this game so great and allowed me to do this, basically. And if you're hungry for more stuff, make sure you check out the Discord, because there's a lot of cool people doing a lot of cool stuff on there. So I'm just going to plug that for one final time. And on that note, my friends, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I've been Trimbark Tree, and I will see you in the next one.